What's going on, guys? My name is Oreo Token, and today we're going to be talking about the TWAB, the 10/15, October 15th TWAB, and there's a couple good things in here, the little tokens, little nuggets that you want to kind of hold on to. So let's go ahead and get started looking at what's going on in the TWAB. Alright, so this week at Bungie, the TWAB, we're going to talk about the Raid, the world's first race. So, obviously, Beyond Light is under a month away, which I'm pumped. I don't know about you, but I'm super pumped. And the question floating around through the community was, when is the Raid? When is the Raid? So, they've announced it. The race day is November 21st, Saturday, November 21st, at 10 a.m. Pacific. So, I'll let you guys do all your time conversions, because obviously I don't know where you live. But 10 a.m. Pacific, Saturday morning, so no one's got to take work off. Well, let me phrase that. You still have to take work off. Some of you might have to take work off, but hopefully not as many people have to take work off, and it's more accessible to the folks to do the raids first. So, with that being said, I'm okay with the Saturday start. But, you know, I'm glad they told us now. You know, they gave us some time, a little over a month, a little bit of heads up, so that is good. I'm excited about that. Might have to reschedule how my vacation days work, but, you know, it is what it is. Alright, moving from there, this is what we need to know about the raid. Lols, they say, we hear you asking when you should call in sick. I mean, these things happen. Alright, here's what you need to know about the raid. Contest mode will cap players at 20 power levels below each encounter for 24 hours. Artifact power will be disabled during contest mode. Nice, nice, nice. 2330 power is your team's goal to be at the cap for all encounters. Being above 1230 will not provide any additional advantage in the final fight. So what that's telling me is that there's going to be a 200 power boost in this DLC coming. And then there's a soft cap, and then you're going to have to grind up to 1260 is kind of how I see it. That's kind of the model that they've shown here, so that is what that piece of information is telling us right there. Okay, so the next part of this is going to be huge. There's been a lot of speculation about cheaters ruining World's First, so this year is going to be a little bit different. What they're going to do is, after all the hustle and bustle, they have their data scientists going through the World's First, and they will look for anybody who doesn't meet the official rules and disqualifies people who are not among them. So, they are going to try to make sure that your team is doing this legit, and hopefully that'll ease some issues for the folks out there who are like, come on now, the World's First is going to be beaten by cheaters, I don't understand. They purposely did that because they wanted to push the raid out long enough so that their team can support looking at the anti-cheat looking at people who are cheating actually for the raid, so that they can go in and support that. But they can't do that if the first week is when the raid launches, so they decided to push it out 11 days so that A, to give us time to power up, B, so that they can have their team there ready to do this. So I think that's a good move on their part, and I applaud them for that. But going back to the root cause is the people are able to cheat. An actual anti-cheat would help them not have to do that. But obviously, there's a lot going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. So I'm happy that they put this step forward to help reassure people out there about the raid process. Alright, moving forward, now let's give us the loot, the spicy loot. Well, not really loot, but shaders. And emblems. They're gonna give us, basically, if you do it in the first 24 hours, you get in this crazy, nice little purpley, white, purple, little emblem, which looks like the Deepstone Crypt. If you look at all the lines behind it, it looks like kind of what the Deepstone Crypt looks like. And that's kind of what I see about it. And then next is, basically, if you finish the raid, you're going to get your own set of stuff as well. So you don't have to be on the first day, but you will eventually get your own set of little emblems to add on to your character as well. So that is a good thing. Alright, let's shift gears from the raid and let's talk about consoles. So obviously there's been a lot of talk about these next-gen consoles, you know, speculation that Destiny pushed their release date out to match up with Xbox's release date, different things like that, but that's not what we mean by consoles today. Let's talk about, on December 8th, what to expect on your next-gen console. So, as you see in this chart on screen, Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, and Xbox Series S are all going to get these quality of life changes that, trust me, will make a humongous difference in how you play the game. Trust me. Trust me. So, starting off resolution, it's to be at 4K or 1080p for the Series X. Your frame rate is 60 frames per second, which is excellent compared to 30. It's not like, you know, a PC can do, but it's still a huge change. The next thing is field of view sliders. I don't think you guys understand, but have you ever played a game that has a field of view slider, like, I don't know, Apex or Titanfall 2, where you can change your field of view, then came back to Destiny and said, wow, this feels clunky. I can't see anything. I don't understand. Wow, these distances are just off. Field of view slider. That's been around for consoles. I didn't quite understand why they couldn't do it on this gen, but it's coming, and it's going to change how guns feel, how things react. It's going to be a big difference. So that is something to look out for, is the field of view slider. Faster load times. I mean, I think that's self-explanatory. That needs to happen. Cross-generation play. So PlayStation 5 can play with PlayStation 4, and Xbox Series X can play with the Xbox, One. All these different things are options here that they're adding. Oh, and the last one is next gen upgrade free. That's huge too. So if you buy it on PlayStation 4 or on the current Xbox, it will go up to the next gen using either Xbox Smart Delivery or, PlayStation lets you have that. So they have an article in here, explains all the details. Definitely go check that out. They dropped that this morning. Definitely worth a read to look at. So I'll post that link in the description as well. Last but not least, let's talk about the Festival of the Lost. They put little tokens in there to kind of, say, hey, it's still here. Hey, look at this. Hey, guys. But what I want to point out is there is some Bungie rewards loot that you can redeem for in-game emblems and a pin. So take a look at this. Go to Bungie rewards. Claim this. You will get a nice little emblem that you can put on your character. I think it looks really clean and very nice. I personally have it on my character right now. So definitely go do that. Then they talked about cipher decoders. Let's talk about the ciphers. Alright, they put 2 fixes in, and they wanted to clarify what's going on. Basically, they increased the drop rates, but it will not drop from these 4 things. Enemy kills, gambit matches, which I don't get, honestly. Forge completions, which AFK, obviously, which they fixed that, though, but I don't get it. And then non-playlist strikes. So those 4 things it will not drop from, which, you gotta think about it. Next season, if they do this and they have non-playlist strikes in there and they're like, oh, we don't want you using your sunset weapons, that's gonna be a big deal. Hopefully they don't do that. So please don't do that, Destiny. But that's what they talked about for the Festival of the Lost. But yeah, guys, that's about it for the TWAB. So far, it was pretty light TWAB, but a lot of heavy pieces were there. Like when the raid's gonna drop, I don't know, that's a big one. That's been a huge thing in the community. They also talked about cipher decoders. They kind of reiterated what's going on there. And then they talked about the next-gen consoles and how that's going to change the gameplay for Destiny 2 players on PC and, or not PC, sorry, on console. And there's been a lot of speculation of people saying, with all these changes, does that mean PC players are going to come back to console? Because now we have 60 frames, we have a field of view slider, there's not any cheaters, well, other than DDoSers, there's not that many cheaters. Is this something that people will come back to switch from PC to console? And that's a very tough question, There's a lot of things on PC right now that people love. Loading times are still quick. A lot of these things are still better, and they've built their community up with their friends there too. I don't see a lot of people switching, maybe for trials, maybe for things like that, but I don't see the switch happening unless it's for Xbox Game Pass. You gotta think about it. If you bought Destiny 2 on the PC, it does not transfer over to your PS4 or to your PS4. But Xbox Game Pass gives you a very crazy, weird opportunity to do special things. So we'll see what happens with Xbox, see if the player pool boosts on the Xbox community. And I'm kind of curious to see and watch how that goes. But me personally, I will be playing mainly on PC, hanging out with some friends on PS4 as we go back through. So that is my choice I'm taking right there. And we'll see how the Steam community handles the changes to the console wars. So Hopefully you guys can put your feedback in the comments. Hopefully you can have a nice little conversation with us, and we can kind of go back and forth and talk about it. But if you have any comments, leave it in the comment section. If you have anything you want to talk about in the comment sections, let me know. Appreciate you guys stopping by. If you like the video, please hit the like button. If not, and well, you know, that is your prerogative. I can't say anything about it. But please hit the like button and subscribe if you're not subscribed. And I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great one. My name is Aria Token once again, and I'll see you guys back in Destiny 2. Bye-bye.